A late twist in Real Madrid's summer story has set alarm bells ringing across the football world. David Alaba, once a constant on the back line, is suddenly at the heart of a transfer scramble that could finish before the market slams shut. The shock isn't simply that a veteran name is on the move, it's the speed and the stakes. Alaba's presence in the squad this summer has become emblematic of a bigger calculation at the club. Do you keep a decorated, sometimes unreliable hero at great cost, or do you cut ties now and use that weight to build the next spine of the team? The reasons are straightforward and brutal. The last season and a half have not been kind to Alaba. Injuries have repeatedly interrupted his rhythms, and the minutes he managed were fragments rather than the steady run of game time expected of a senior defender. Those gaps on the pitch matter to a club that measures success by trophies and efficiency. A player on a large contract who can't be counted on every week becomes, however reluctantly, part of the ledger to be balanced. Add in whispers of serious interest from the Saudi market, and suddenly Madrid's calculus shifts from patience to possibility. A tangible offer makes a decision less theoretical and more immediate. This is not just a tidy spreadsheet exercise. The human element is visible in every denial and every press release silence. Alaba remains a respected voice in the dressing room. He has captained teams and helped win the club's biggest prizes. The tension now comes in reconciling the past with the present reality. The project Xabi Alonso is building appears to favour other defensive combinations, and that reality shows up in selection, in training, and in the cold arithmetic of contract. If a Saudi club brings real money to the table, Madrid faces a moment where history, pride, and pragmatism collide, and the outcome will reshape the dressing room dynamic. Meanwhile, the squad's reshuffle reads like a broader, deliberate reboot. Dani Ceballos, whose path to consistent minutes has been blocked by emerging options in midfield, has been linked with a loan with purchase structure to Marseille. Negotiations that sources say have run into unexpected resistance and hesitation. When a player hesitates or pulls back from a move, it complicates what might have been a clean one-for-one adjustment to the roster. Instead, it turns into another variable in a window already shrinking by the day. The two stories together, a veteran defender potentially leaving and a fringe midfielder's move stalling, point to a club juggling sporting coherence and financial realities at the same time. What makes the timing so dramatic is the knock-on effect. Sell Alaba now and Madrid immediately frees wage space and gains negotiating leverage to chase reinforcements or absorb remaining signings without breaching their planned structure. Keep him and you carry a high bill and a selection dilemma into the season. Either outcome shapes Xabi Alonso's opening moves. Will he be the architect of a leaner, younger backline, or will he have to manage a transition that keeps senior players on board while phasing in new names? Possible endings to the tale are clear but far from certain. One path is a negotiated transfer to the Saudi Pro League, a move that would provide Alaba with a significant financial incentive and Madrid with a tidy wage relief. Another possibility is a mutual agreement that sees the player depart on friendly terms if a suitable offer doesn't arrive, or a rare last-minute U-turn where Alaba stays and fights for minutes under a coach who has already started laying down his pecking order. Each route carries reputational implications for the club, for the player, and for how supporters understand loyalty versus pragmatism in modern football. For fans watching closely, the story is as much about identity as it is about balance sheets. Real Madrid has always been a club that reinvents itself. Legends have left before, sometimes prompted by age, sometimes by strategy. This summer's possible Alaba exit feels louder because it signals the club's willingness to make hard choices early in Xabi Alonso's tenure. It tells a story of transition that might be painful in the short term, but which the club hopes will produce a more coherent, competitive squad in the long term. As the window's clock winds down, every rumour, every agent statement, and every training report will be passed for clues. Will Alaba accept a new chapter abroad? Will Ceballos find a door that suits his ambitions? And will Xabi Alonso's emerging blueprint be shaped decisively by these last frantic moves? For now, the answer is still in motion. A high-stakes recalibration at one of football's most watched clubs, where legacy meets ledger and the summer's final hours promise drama before the season's first whistle.